Welcome everyone to episode 424 of The Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular podcast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our bodies.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to The Daily Swole.
Closer for the games, go away. Closer for the games, go away. Welcome everyone to obviously Swole on the Road. Thank you so much for joining me for episode 424 of The Daily Mother. And thanks for watching on YouTube every day and listening to the podcast on SoundCloud and iTunes. You can also catch some fire, inspirational, motivational, educational content over on Anchor for Apple and for Android if you download that from the stores. Really cool audio nuke. So if you're very busy, great to grab some audio. Welcome everyone for episode 424. Look at the games, look at the guns, and obviously got a cool background. What's going on, Gina? What's going on, fam? What's up, Casey? What's going on, peeps? I hope you're all having a wonderful 4th of July. I know a lot of you are with your families, you're hanging out. What's going on, Wes? I am in Ohio. I'm visiting a friend of mine up in Cleveland. And I got some got some coffee. I don't think I flipped the screen around. Oh, it's backwards. Hold on. Gotta flip it. There we go. Now I got the mug, little Swole mug. Drinking from his Swolenormous mug. Ah, hello. Hey, what's going on, peeps? What's going on? Got the hair all nice and tight. Oh, and check this out. America, baby. Huh? Look at that. Look at that. Ready? It's gonna look exactly the same. I'm on my shirt. What's going on? This episode is obviously different environment. So there's gonna be some great content stuff coming out of my channels and my media over the next few days, because it's just gonna be different. There's gonna be some cool vlog action. There's just gonna be cool exercise, some stuff I can do around here in the yard. Got fucking beautiful dog over here walking around. So it's gorgeous up here. It's so gorgeous. And I grew up north, so I remember the summer days where if you're in the shade, it was actually cool. When you're in Florida, you can't find cool. Like, it's hot as balls or it's hot as sweaty fucking balls. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Happy 4th, Devin. Yeah, it is Sean's neck of the woods, so I'm gonna try to meet up with him at some point and say what's up. So we'll broadcast and premium, of course, for that. Today is 4th of July, and let's talk for a moment about, let's talk fitness, let's talk logic, let's talk, you know how we do when we go on the Daily Swole. We talk real shit. We talk real shit here on the Swole, and we go legit. We go legit for the Swole, and it's a lot more than fitness. And if you're part of my other communities, you know how we talk a lot about the mental aspects. And I do that here on the show. We go into the mentality, the psychology, just those parts of fitness are so important and such an integral piece of the human body and staying consistent. Because no matter how in shape you are, no matter what program you have, I always say it doesn't matter what your diet is or what program you're doing. If you're not consistent, it doesn't matter. You have to be doing it day in and day out. And I want you to look at one thing behind me. What is this right here? Look at this tree. We're gonna go over and take a look at that tree in a couple minutes, but I just want you to take a look at that. You see how big? It might not look, it might look big on the camera, but like when I go up and I walk up to it, you'll see how fucking big this tree is. So let's talk about time, because today is in honor of the signing and the ratification of the Declaration of Independence in 1776. And when you learn in history class and you think about these numbers, right? You think of these numbers like, 1776, it was, 240 years ago, and so forth. The numbers kind of get blurred, right? The numbers get blurred. You forget about the actual meaning of, what it means to, just for time. We can't quantify 250 years. I can only really quantify 30 years. Some of you can quantify 40 years or 50 years or 20 years. So if it's longer than our life, it's really hard for us to grasp a concept of it. And just how different this world is than it was 240 years ago. You know, how much something can change in our lifetime in 20 years. Some of us grew up, and when I was little, we had answering machines, there were beepers, and there was no cell phone. And then by the time I got to college, everyone had a cell phone. Most people had a cell phone, but like, you know, the Nokias they could throw against a wall and they wouldn't, you know, you just put them back together like, oh, my Nokia broke into 6 pieces. You snap it together and then it's fine. You know, now we're talking over phones and like this technology things advance. But let's look at the root. And that's like, you know, pun intended, the root. Look at this tree. Like the ground is like uneven, like it's going under the buildings, it's going under the garage and stuff. How long life can be and how much things can change, and respect and appreciating the time that we live in now and what we have access to. So I can sit here and communicate with all of you. I can talk to all the people that are watching. There's a lot of people watching this right now. So everyone that's watching, happy 4th. If you're just joining me now, you know, we're talking some cool mental games. So when you're sitting with your family, I want you to think about the opportunities that we have today. The opportunities that I can just easily make a cup of coffee like in 5 minutes because there's hot water, you know, there's a hot water tap and you heat it up and boom. You know, I can go and get food from the refrigerator. I can get food from the fridge, you know. 200 years ago, there was no refrigeration. You ate it or you didn't. You ate dried food or it was fresh or you couldn't preserve anything. You had like an ice box, maybe. That was like maybe 70 years ago. You know, now we're doing fitness. We're doing fitness over the internet. Those of you that are in my premium group and those of you that are in my 90-day dash program, we do a lot of education. We do a lot of fitness over the internet. I don't even have to meet you in person. You don't even have to leave your home. You just hold it in your hand. It's just the times that we live in, where we are in our existence. We are very blessed, and we're very fortunate to be in this time and to have this ability to get in shape and to learn about fitness and to take advantage of our physical bodies and improve them in this world where there's so much information. Now, I always talk about how that can also be a challenge because it's hard to find good information out there. There's so much information. There's so much stuff that you could be doing. There's so many videos that you could be watching when it comes to fitness. There's so many programs that you can do. There's a lot of stuff out there. So what do you choose? What direction do you go? Do you come into the swole sphere and jump onto the gain train, you know, for weight loss, for long muscles, for stabilization, for active recovery, for, you know, the mental health, for the nutritional guidance, like, or do you go down the street, you know, on the internet and try some? There's so many different options, and there's millions of them, thousands. But the fact that we can connect here, the fact that you have access to all this stuff whenever you want on your phone, anywhere, it's just a very, very interesting time. But this tree literally shows you time. This is like the tree of time. We're gonna call it, everyone float some hearts and float some thumbs for the tree of time. Because that thing is fucking insane. Look at that. Look how big it is. Look at that dog. Look how big the tree is. That tree, how long do you think that tree has been here? How long do you think that tree has been here? That tree has been here through wars. That thing's had like Native Americans like healing their wounded after like, you know, ancient wars. You know, that's like, you have battle. I mean, you have people like camping under here, you know, military 200 years ago during the revolution, and like, you know, who knows, trappers and fur traders before. It's just an interesting concept when you're thinking about 4th of July, when you're appreciating what you have, when you're appreciating where this country has come from, you know, and the world, even if you're not in the United States and you're watching, just what we have access to, you know, what things were not really that long ago. In the scheme of like life and time, 200 years, 240 years is really nothing. It's really nothing. And we just have all this capacity. So let's relate this to you today. And, you know, and I'll let you on your way. We'll go take a look at that tree and then I'll sign off. You have every opportunity to get what you want, whether it's fitness, whether it's business, relationships. Like, you have so much access to stuff. You have so much access to everything. You are living in pure access. You can talk to friends across the world. You can meet people and make friendships and forge friendships with people all over the world. You have the ability to get exercise demonstrations and education and shit whenever you fucking want. So to complain about the way the internet works, to complain about, oh, I don't have time, it's like you don't need time anymore. You have everything that saves so much time. There's no excuse not to get shit done. As much as you might be busy, you don't have to go to the library and research. You don't have to go to the local university and ask a professor, hey, can you talk to me about exercise? You just pick up your phone and say, hey Siri, and it'll tell you. I don't want to say it too loud because if I say, hey, Apple woman, it might kick me off live, I don't know. But you have so many opportunities. So I don't want you making excuses anymore. There's so much content out there. There's so much content here. There's so much opportunity for you to have all the information at your fingertips. I provide so much content. You have access to so many things. And I'm very, very glad that all of you found me here, because if you're new to watching the Daily Swole, if you're new to watching, if you're new to watching the show, we get philosophical sometimes because it's all related to fitness, it's all related to overall wellness and to lifestyle and to staying consistent. So I know all of you appreciate these, heart-to-heart episodes, but you really need to pause. You really need to pause. You really need to think what we have. What am I doing? I'm sitting out here and I'm discussing with you how fortunate and how amazing we have it in this world. Happy 4th, CJ. We have so much opportunity. You, me, we all have so much opportunity to fucking make a difference, not just in the world around. I'm talking about with us, with our family, with our immediate people. Technology is going to keep on going, but stay grounded, but stay focused. Stay grounded. Look at that tree. Look how old that tree is. And look at this. I'm sitting next to this tree that's hundreds of years old. And I'm on this phone with this technology, right? How crazy is that? Like the juxtaposition. It's really something else. It's really something else. But the opportunities are here. So don't say you don't know how to lose weight. Don't say you don't know how to build muscle. Don't say, oh, I don't have time. You have this device, this phone, this iPad, whatever you're watching on. You have all the fucking time. You have plenty of time. You have enough. Whether you have 1 job, 2 or 3, whether you have kids or don't have kids, you have time. But are you using that time wisely? Are you prioritizing? Are you making it a number 1 in your life? And if you aren't, you cannot complain. You're just making excuses. And so many of you are making excuses more than you think you are. This is absolutely legit. It's absolutely legit what I'm talking about here. Excuses are real. Excuses are real. There's no reason why you can't do this. There's no reason why you can't start training or start training harder. There's no reason why you can't start stretching every day. There's no reason why you can't start moving every day. There's no reason. We have technology, we have time savers. You don't have to be sitting there watching TV all the time. You don't have to be sitting on your phone all the time. You don't have to watch every single episode that I do all the time, and sacrifice your health. Listen and work while you listen. Prioritize your things. Don't watch TV. Exercise instead. Do a 15-minute workout. Do 20 minutes. Or like Martin said, just flex. Just flex it out. Make muscles, not excuses. That's really what it is. That's really what it is. Well, Eric, you're slacking this week. You're making excuses. As long as look fam, if you're happy and you're conscious that you're making an excuse, well, don't even call it an excuse then. If you're conscious of your excuse, just be like, I don't feel like it. Own that shit and be like, I don't feel like working out. It's my life. I'm not going to do it. That's fine. Believe it or not, that's a fine statement. We can talk more about that tomorrow. Make that statement to yourself. Like, I don't want to work out, so I'm not going to. But own it. Don't complain and own that statement. If you're going to make that statement, you better fucking own it. So let's do this. About to sign off here. But I promised some tree action. Yep. let's go check out this let's check out this tree. All right, I'm gonna flip this. The size of this thing. Like, this is my hand. Let me look at this. Look how big this tree is. This thing just, whoa. This is on a gyro, so sorry that just made everyone nauseous. I mean, this is like, we're talking legit. For real. For real. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for episode 424 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular podcast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. If you're just joining me at the end here, make sure you rewatch the episode. Be thankful for what you have. Be thankful for your family and for your time off. But understand that you have every single opportunity. You have every single opportunity. There's really no excuse not to make sick gains. You have all the technology. You have all the resources. They're all right here waiting for you. It's just a matter of whether or not you prioritize and whether or not you truly want to make a difference. I mean, right over here, check out that tree. That tree has been around for centuries, people. Centuries. You know, that combination, that juxtaposition of being grateful for where we're coming from and then taking advantage of what we have so we can make a difference in our lives. That's what you have to be doing. A little bit of both. So thanks for joining me for episode 424. I'll see you all tomorrow, of course, 12 noon Eastern time for 425. Every single episode on YouTube, SoundCloud, and iTunes. And you can catch these on the replay as well. Remember, today is the last chance to jump on my special coaching offer. A lot of you got emails about that. So check your email if you're part of my mailing list. You got a lot of information on getting your one-on-one coaching with my 90-day Dash program. Premium, I'm probably gonna hop in for a couple minutes. So if you're in my premium group, I will see you in a few moments. We'll go live for a couple minutes. And then everyone else, love you. I'll see you later. Catch you on Anchor, catch you on Instagram stories. Hit me up, send me a message. I hope you're having a great 4th of July. Look at that beautiful day. Look at that beautiful day. All right, peace fam, peace McGeese, deuce McGoose. See you tomorrow. Happy 4th. Happy birthday, America.